position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers' offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Buys a little extra time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
He's got his man across the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments.
That's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Parker. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't. Who picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Gamecocks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. And these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QB.
He breaks a tackle.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. We got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage trying to throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hill.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. And he's brought down after a nice game. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy is in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Encroachment defense. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to sling it on second down. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Clark. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Stop cold as soon as he got it.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Here we go. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
A strike downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Makes the grab over the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here's the pressure. zone. Touchdown, LSU!
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Powers through the defender. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Back has it. Crosses the 45. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? That's caught. It's Grove. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. Knocked down for the tackle.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
Find space on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the... vertical, get into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. Back to pass, it's Underwood. It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Clark. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock...
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, in this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
He's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They take the lead with the 6. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation. Yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
Gets the back moving. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Lets it fly. He makes the catch. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Man, you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Finds his man down the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Moving past the 25. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes, and how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They'll send the back in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Under fire. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Couldn't. Haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle. There he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the catch. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff keeps working on that clock. At the 45, on its way. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now that I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.